Okay, so Peter's actually on his way back up here right now, but we're talking about, this is some of the stuff that you're going to find if you go inside Walking Mountain Science Center into the learning area. You know, they have a lot of different things there to touch and to fondle and to play with and experience and watch and explore. And one of them is a variety of different types of pelts. I'm not quite sure, what is this one? This is a bear cub, believe it or not. So this is going to be pretty neat, and I've got Peter's walking actually on up here right now. This is worth showing, so just don't go anywhere because he went and got, it looks like a big head of some kind of a bear. I'm not sure what it is, but here he is right now. Let's take a look at Peter coming in with his Halloween costume of the best. This is what you're going to find when you come up to Walking Mountains. What you're going to see is this kind of crazy stuff. And how crazy and scary looking is that? What kind of bear is that?
So this is actually a grizzly bear. So you will not see this up at Walking Mountains. This is a grizzly bear. We can tell just kind of by the size, and then also if you look at the snout, it's got a very concave snout. Black bears are going to have a very flat snout. So this is a grizzly bear. It's got its little teddy bear ears. We don't have anything this size.
Wait, so let me ask you this. So are all grizzlies this color?
Grizzly bears can be this blonde as I am, to pitch black like a black bear. So color is not the best indicator. The ears have got kind of little teddy bear ears like this grizzly does, and then that concave snout are the two real indicators if you're looking at its head.
So when we look at the size of just this part of this animal, how big do you think this animal was? Like, how much do you think he weighed? 900 pounds?
I mean, they can, the grizzlies up in Alaska weigh up to 1,200 pounds. I'd eat salmon for a living. You know, this is a big bear.
Really?
This is a bear bigger than we would see around here, would be my guess.
How does it compare? For some reason, he looks like a Kodiak bear to me. For some reason, I picture Kodiaks being this color.
So a Kodiak bear is a grizzly bear that lives on, on the Kodiak Island.
Oh.
So it's a subspecies. So it's very, very similar. This potentially could be a Kodiak bear.
Okay, so we got some more goodies. We got some more goodies coming. Laura's going to come out with some nests here. Why don't we all just kind of hang out with all of our fun stuff here? I've got Nicole with a bunch of pelts. I'm going to pass off the bear cub pelt to you. Let me slide over here. Hi, Laura.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm great.
Thanks for coming to hang out with us today. You want to talk about bird nests a little bit. So tell us were these, obviously you get a lot of nests. People bring nests into you and they find them to kind of, so you can find out, what kind of nests these are just by looking at the way they're put together.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to pick up nests this time of year because they're probably somebody's home. I just yesterday found a robin's nest in a tree along one of our trails here at the Science Center. But after in the fall, like if you want to collect them, that's great. This one is probably a robin's nest. Something that I think is really interesting about nests is that different types of birds use different building materials to build their nests. And as I told our Earth Keepers preschool program students the other day, is big birds build big nests and little birds build little nests. But you can see here there's the mud that's holding the nest together along with the pieces of grass. And
pretty intricate, really, when you look at it closely. There's a lot of work and time that goes into this.
Well, and yeah, if you think about the fact that they don't have hands, like they have wings, so they can't use their forearms to help build their nest. They're doing this with their beaks primarily and their feet, and they also use their chests to kind of push the side to make the shape of the nest. Okay,
so let me ask you this. This is a question that people have asked me before, and I always thought it was the truth. Birds never use the same nest twice? Year after year, or do some do that? That question has been posed to you before, hasn't it?
It has. It depends on the species. Okay. Songbirds tend to build their own nests. Some birds steal nests from other birds, so they repurpose old nests.
Like magpies?
Yeah. Some birds lay their own eggs in other birds' nests and make other birds raise their offspring. So, if you don't want your kids, just send them to the neighbor's house for a while. But larger birds, hawks, eagles, they tend to come back year after year just because their nests are, 6 to 8 feet in diameter, lots and lots of work.
And you can see a lot of those around. There's a lot of big bird nests, like when you see a bunch of little branches in the top of some of these bigger trees, they're there. They don't just accidentally appear there. They're put there by these bigger birds.
Right. Yeah. So just like you might be selective about what neighborhoods you live in, birds are selective about where they build their nests. They have to find a tree that's big enough, especially for those raptors, that can support hundreds of pounds of sticks for their nests, for their babies to grow up in.
So how neat is this, though? You have these on display inside, along with this kind of fun, crazy stuff, too. I mean, Nicole is not going to talk. She's not going to say anything right now, but she has all the pellets. We've got, does this guy have a name?
Grizzly.
Grizzly, that's a pretty good name, Peter. Good job on that. So we're up here at Walking Mountains having a good old time. You got to swing up and say hi to the crew. They love to talk about all the beauty that you're going to find outdoors. And there's so much more than what you see when you walk out your front door. Isn't that right?
That's correct. Come out and visit us.
Come up to Walking Mountains and visit them. We'll be right back with more of our Good Morning Vail show.